Hi there, thanks for joining me. This is Jeanette for Whimsy Stamps, and I have another card to share with you. This is another celebration card, meaning that it can be sent for a birthday or congratulations or anything where you want to celebrate with somebody. So it features this gorgeous image, again by Marina Fedotova. This one is called Fairy with Puppy, and I've paired it with the new Star Galaxy Stencil to create this special card. So I have some Bristol Strathmore paper, and I cut it to size, an A2 size, and I'm just positioning this stencil over top of it, and I'm taking some post-it tape and just taping it down so it doesn't move as I am brushing on the ink. I'm starting off with some distressed ink. I can't remember the name of it, but I will link it at the bottom. And I sort of I'm going diagonally and sort of envisioning that it's sort of separated into thirds so that I have almost an equal number of each color. And I'm going back and forth and sort of blending to make sure that it's all diffuse. So once everything was blended in, I just remove the stencil carefully, and you can see that you have a very white background with the stars sort of stenciled in. I did decide I wanted to soften up the edges, so I just took the exact same ink blenders, and without re-inking them, I just blended a little color on the sides of the paper. Then I just cleaned off my mat, and now we'll get to the coloration of the image. So for this section of the coloration, I have listed all the Copic marker numbers that I used at the bottom. Sometimes it's on the top, it depends where I'm coloring. So I'll just put on a little bit of music for you that you can listen to while you watch the coloration, and then I'll catch you at the end of the coloration to finish up the card. So I did realize right before cutting it out that I had forgotten to color in that wing. It's sort of hidden behind her skirt a little bit, so I went in and just finished the coloring of the wing, and then I started cutting it out using some sharp scissors. Now the leash for the dog and a few of the sort of little lines that extend past her wings, I'm just going to cut away. It's not going to detract from the look at all. I did take one of the word dies from Whimsy and I cut it out using some foil paper. And then I had in my stash a little bit of gold wire, thin gold wire. And so I attached that to the collar of the dog, and then I'm just sort of twining it together at the ends and attaching it behind her hand. And so even though I cut off the line of the leash, I'm creating the leash using something that gives the card a little bit of dimension. It's sort of metallic like the die cut that I cut out, so that sort of ties in. I ran out of my Zig glue. I'm going to have to buy some more. My little tube was empty, so I switched it up with some Nuvo glue, which I actually prefer. I wasn't going to use it because it wasn't as fine a tip as a Zig glue, but it ended up working perfectly. I'm going to put an acrylic block over it while it dries, and then I'm going to use the same glue to glue down my sentiment. I'm going to use my little tweezers to put it in place. I'm holding it down again with the block, and then I wanted to add just a little bit more metallic, a little bit more dimension. So I have these sequins. They're gold. I bought them from my local dollar store, so I'm just playing around with them to get them sort of in a really pleasing layout, and then again using the same glue and my quick stick to just adhere everything down. I did cut a card base, which is the exact same size. It is, you can see a little bit of the pink behind the mat, and I kind of like that. I didn't want a big mat around the card, and so it's adhered down and my card is complete. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to create some pretty celebration cards using these fantastic products from Whimsy. A full list of everything I've used is below this video with linkable supplies, or you can check out my blog. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.